YouTube and welcome to channel Anna Bella. And today I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Series 11, Episode 5, just so you know. And it is pronounced the Tsuranga Conundrum. And Tsuranga apparently is a place in New Zealand that is very, very often mispronounced. It's Tsuranga. That's the pronunciation that I got from an online dictionary. Yay! Okay, so in short, this episode took Doctor Who right back to its science fiction roots. It was definitely like Disney's Lilo and Stitch meets a spacecraft. Or in this case, Doctor Who. I'm not quite sure if Chris actually likes the TARDIS, but it's sort of like removing the TARDIS from the picture. So we have to sort of find the TARDIS every episode. This is episode 5, so we are halfway through now. So it was actually nice and a gun so that she was more proactive and active in the episode, which was nice. We had some lovely CERN techno babble, which was actually correct about antimatter drives and how they work and function, which was quite cool. From the Doctor, we also had the Doctor's interest in maths heightened, which was quite cool. So it's clearly that Jodie Whittaker's third Doctor is very much science and maths. She's a STEM Doctor. I mean, we saw her engineer her sonic screwdriver out of Sheffield steel, for goodness sake. So that's the kind of thing that we're going with. Yes, I've got a new rocket pop. It's awesome. It's a creeper design from 30 Seconds to Mars / Jared Leto. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Talking about Doctor Who, not that. So yes, I think it was quite cool. Wasn't the pating so cute? It reminded me of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. If you've not seen that, you should totally check it out. It basically, in short, it ate a bomb in this episode, which means that it lived and it floated off back in space quite happily. It was nice to see that we had a female pilot who was also in a book that's known as The Celebrations. The Doctor is also in there. So it's again the Doctor meeting one of his heroes or her heroes. We also had a pregnant bloke from a different species, and in their species the boys give birth to boys and the girls give birth to girls, which is kind of logical and sensible in a kind of strange way. So we had that, but it also meant that Ryan had to confront issues around his dad and what happened to his mum, which was interesting. They had that conversation with Yaz. So Ryan's developing. So it is going to be good. It was nice to actually see the Doctor and that chief medical person, I forget his name, as you can see, I've only seen the episode once, the one who got jettisoned into space and alas became deceased, have that conversation, and you could clearly see some of the issues with the Doctor being a woman, because he was like, no, I'm in charge of this craft, you don't understand, and you have that nice clash there. But Graham, you very often feel how they've written Graham O'Brien as sort of, because he's the older male, if he backs the Doctor then everybody else will side. So that's quite interesting. It was nice actually to have an android on a spaceship. The horrors of proper science fiction. It could become Star Trek. You never know. Feel to it. So it was basically a Star Trek episode. It was also very white, which meant that all the colours of the cast and the clothes stood out, and which was nice. And it was the ode to the avocado. So we're naming babies after avocado pears now. That's fine with me. So overall, I think it was a really, really great exploration of gender, and you still had the continuity. Companions really are very grounding in Doctor Who these days, so I think that's really quite cool. Overall, I'm actually going to give this episode sort of, for overall, it was a good episode, a bit bulky. I'm kind of like going to give it 3.5. Yeah, that's where I am. I'm looking forward to the next episode actually, because that's a past episode, and I think that because we actually get to know our characters so well, our companions so well, you haven't really got the feeling of the Doctor working with them as a team. We've not really had an episode where it's just the Doctor and them. It's always been the Doctor, them, and other people, which is traditional in Doctor Who, but you never sort of had the Doctor and them alone. And I think next episode is going to be interesting, where the Doctor in the trailer said, walk softly because you're treading on your own history. So I think that's going to be a really interesting story for Yaz to explore her past, and it's going to be set in India. So we're going to explore possibly the British Raj, which is going to be really interesting actually, overall. So the history side is going to be really strong. The science side of Doctor Who is really strong. The math side is really strong. This episode I'm giving it 3.5 because they basically stole the Pating from Stitch from Disney, to be absolutely honest. But Stitch was nicer than the Pating, though I did think he was rather cute. Creature design, I'm going to give them 10 out of 10 because he was pretty awesome, even if they did have to steal it from Disney. So it's basically a Pating rampages and eats energy. So, maha. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was quite good. 3.5, yeah. I liked the bits with Ryan. I thought that was really, really, really well done. The companions really do ground, but sometimes I also felt the episode was sort of spread a bit thinly. There was lots of support, and I liked the overall message of "There's always hope, and we should always look for it." I think that was very, very Doctor Who. So yeah, I enjoyed it. So I'm giving that a 3.5. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week when we're going to be discussing episode 6. Bye.